surprised what I have to say. I did do a whole stream on it. I like how people were. Who was that two-step cowboy in the chat? Like, how come he won't talk about Boogie scamming? I did. I just did. Also, I tried to leave the lolcow stuff over there. So if I skip one of those two golf balls, do like this, I'm a little tepid because I want to save it for over there. And I know, I'll type in the chat. Can I talk about it? And I won't get an answer, and they'll do it. And then all of a sudden, I can't believe you fucking allowed them to be milked off our platform. Can you see that happening? Put a one.
No
in the chat
money
if you
for
believe
you.
me. Yeah. Wait for me to guess. So this is Boogie involved in the scam, blames people who are fat folk. I agree. Like Mood and Charlie. Mood ain't skinny. Maybe he's a self-hating fatty. He's not fat. He's big boned. I don't know. Let's see what he says. Wait, he's got that girl. I thought that was a dog for a second. That's bizarre. I'm just not that she's a dog. I'm not saying that. That's gonna be terrible.
Wow.
I didn't say that, but I thought like her hair. I thought it was like because he has a million fucking goddamn trash rats running around that house.
Oh, now you're calling her a trash rat?
No,
What the fuck?
Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
I just saw hair. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I don't like doing that unless somebody's really bitchy.
I'm just going to be brutally honest with you guys in a way that I can't be publicly. I can trust you guys with this. But
I really literally would tell my wife, I've got to record this video to save my reputation.
Could you get the
head on my
for
shoulder? Like, please? No, I'll just sit here and look like you just strangled me to death.
What if he made her do it? What if he made her, hey, babe, lean on my shoulder so they see you.
Wouldn't be shocked at all.
But the reality of it is, I'm fat and weird and autistic, and I used to be one of the top YouTubers, right? And these people...
Funny, the new ones
were
are
just
pretty,
used to.
pretty, he'll rub that, if you get him mad enough, he'll rub that in your face. It's really funny. He's done it to me.
fucking hate that a fat guy is successful. These people fucking hate that a fucking weird autistic guy was ever as successful as them.
He was the most loved guy on
and
the
I
internet
made a
for
few
like
mistakes along the way, and they capitalized.
The reason they hate him so much is because he's insecure and vindictive. And now, like, there's no way around that. People know.
Like everybody went to bat for him when the whole thing with Anita Sarkeesian and stuff. Like everybody loved the guy.
He was
for like
mad
a
at
good
me then.
year
You
and a half.
know he was super mad at me back then because I criticized him because he acted like a pussy.
Okay, buddy.
Teddy, Tommy calls Boogie innocent. Just stop. I didn't mean that. I really didn't. I don't like doing that. I'm nice to women unless they piss me off. Make me a sandwich, Genie. Wearing my shirt.
And when a situation like this comes up, where it's Boogie2988, the guy they've all been bullying for the last 6 fucking years, and crypto, which is not understood by the normies. Hell, I barely understand it. I'm getting
Desi's like my cat. I can do these videos, and the cat just sits there and does nothing.
An education as we go. You combine those two things together, and they have a rock solid platform to shit all over me and shit all over this community. And I think it's
not like Mudhar exposed scammers and that's what he's interested in and he cares about it. It's because you're fat. That's it.
Fascinating that some of you guys are fighting back. And I genuinely am surprised that the rest of the crypto...
By the way, stick around. I have some inside information that I'm going to give you. Inside information. That you're only going to get about on top of the point because I spoke to Boogie over the weekend when this whole fucking thing went down.
Community isn't joining you and fighting back by...
Can we get that clip of Medicare like going on in him about claiming the cancer thing? Is it anybody confirm?
Maybe.
That's really funny.
Yeah, somebody can.
That's funny.
It is pretty good.
Buying this coin and getting on social media and getting in the comment section of these videos and setting these motherfuckers straight because someone fucking needs to. And I hope this coin's success proves them fucking wrong right to their goddamn faces. Not just about crypto, not just about this coin, but hopefully about me.
You're going to die when I tell you this shit. It happened between me and him. Also, this aged well. I emailed 2 cryptocurrency companies. Bunny C, even though I know he's full of shit, Tommy, you can get those other cats away from my house. They're scaring me. Yeah, they look like it in the video. I've been emailed 2 cryptocurrency company, and they want me to put their shit coin. Imagine virtue signaling like this. As much as I like money, I refuse. When was this? 2021. If you're going to invest and find a long-term safe coin, don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Shit coins are the worst than gambling. This age, wow. They're not that bad if they give you 10K up front. Oh yeah, the man-child parrots. Oh, this is like 3 hours ago. A man-child parrots the opposite, hoping his meme token gets pumped to own the people rightfully. Calling him out. Yeah, I've seen kindergarten take more accountability. He lies so much he gets surprised by people who don't believe that. I've noticed that myself. And then he tells that, like, when you corner him in a lie, he'll play 4D chess. Like, I'm manipulating the situation. See, I fooled you. You're so stupid. It's pretty funny. I figured the fans I had left neither knew enough about crypto or most people were smart enough not to buy the coin. I guess I was wrong. Would fucking kill to see you guys pump the coin and annoy the motherfucker. Coffeezilla and what have you. I have a controversial opinion. And this does fly in the face. Like I talked to Coffeezilla yesterday. Oh boy, did Boogie do a number on him? I can't really go into it, and he didn't give me too much to go in on. But he had like a complete child meltdown and started screaming at him. Coffeezilla.
How many times did he threaten suicide?
Exhausted. No, I think it was more. He's a lot. When he's mad, he's more aggressive. Yeah. He doesn't like, I'm going to kill myself. I think he mixed it up. I mean, he had a melt fucking down. And you could really see it affect, because, like, it's off brand for these guys to sit there and say, you know what, shut the fuck up with your cancer. I got you scamming here, and I don't give a shit about your fucking problems. Like, that's me. Like, I don't think Coffeezilla's like that, because, he's afraid of probably getting canceled. He probably has a bunch of stupid ass fans that you were mean to my cancer, like all that other shit. So I get it. And also, here's another thing about Coffee. It's not even just, like, I'm not calling him a fake or anything. I get the feeling the guy actually is a normal person on the internet, which is rare. And you don't talk to people like that. I think that's a possibility. But I do have a controversial take here. And maybe it'll end lolcow. All right. I don't believe that he went in intent with this with malice, including this, as bad as it looks. I don't believe. Because I don't think he's smart enough. I think those shitcoin guys came to him. And by the way, it is a scam. Don't get me fucking wrong. And he can be held accountable for it. I think those guys went to him and said, would you do this? I got this thing. You don't even have to fucking promote it in a traditional way. You can do it in a thing. And we'll give you 10K for it. And he probably rationalized it to say, you know what? That's cool. It'd just be like me promoting no different than, meta PCs. I do believe. Can I get in his head? Do I know that for a fact? Absolutely not. I do believe that's the thing. So I don't think there was any malice. I don't think he went out to, I'm going to cheat you. I don't believe that, right? Or I'm going to cheat my fans. I think he has no self-awareness.
Okay, buddy.
Didn't realize how it could be twisted. It's not like he called me. It's like, hey, Tommy, what do you think of this? And Tommy would have said this. Here's what's going to happen. I don't think it's bad. Here's what I said. It's not that bad what you're doing, but here's the thing. It's going to be twisted. God help you if Coffeezilla gets involved or Mood Heart, and then you fucking can't do it. Which is kind of what he did to Coffeezilla in his first phone call. And he told him, no, you can't do this. Well, I already did it. So he went over there because he started taking the heat. You can't touch this shit. The only way you can touch this shit is if you're Ice Beside and saying, yeah, it's a big rug pull. I mean, he practically did that, practically. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Coffeezilla mentioned it on Rogan. He didn't name Ice Beside, but Ice Beside is like, it's fucked. I know. Do something. Yeah. Because he's a genius too. But I think he looked at his meta PCs. You can disagree with me. You can think, like, I think the better answer to reply to me is it doesn't matter. And you know what? I don't know if I can agree with you, but I don't think he went into this with malice. I don't think it's like, let's get in a scam and scam people. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's that bright. I think they told him you can play a character, you can do Andrew Tate, and we'll give you 10 grand for it. Okay. wish somebody would tell me to do something like that, but not crypto. But you know, it like the normal alarm whistles don't go off. Somebody comes up and says, "I'm going to give you 10 grand to do something." Like it's just too easy of money. It's way too easy. You got to think like, why is it so easy? Well, maybe something's corrupt. Boogie2988. I bully the bullies so well, I end up being bullied by the bullies. I bully. Genius. Boy, remember that one? We screenshot that.
I get bullied by the bullies. The bullies.
Yeah.
Who bully?
I sent you the Medicare clip.
That's so funny. Let's watch the Medicare clip. I can't wait.
Should be the second one, not the first.
Yes, sir. I have, all right, with the whole scam thing. Now, I do find the fucking, well, before I get into Medicare, I do find, you know, I think some people are pro-clutching over this a little too much, right? You can be angry about it, but I just don't think it's that big a deal, right? Personally, but you're welcome to, you know. I mean, I held his feet to the fire on the show. I did everything I could. I thought the stream was entertaining. And the way I see it, that's my job here. But I do think, yeah, that some people are like he's not, who's that guy that stole like $1 billion or whatever it was?
Oh, God.
Even if he's guilty. Like the guy that just put in jail that, you know, he sent money to the Democratic Party. They were all sticking up for him. You know, he's scamming everybody. Remember that? Just a couple
I
months
remember.
ago. Coffeezilla nailed that guy too. I can't remember his fucking name. The guy was he was such a cool billionaire. He drove a shitty car.
Sam
Bankman-Fried, yeah.
Yeah, Fried.
So I don't think he's Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't think he's Bernie Madoff with your money. I don't. He's probably guilty of something and he'll never be charged. You want to be pissed off for scamming his fans? Sure. I'm not pro-clutching over it. So Boogie does an interview with Dick Masterson and Vito. And it's funny. Boogie's funny, Dick's funny, Vito's funny. And their kind of like take on it is like people are overreacting to the shit. And I think, you know, Dick's kind of like me. Like the pro clutching is just not fun. It's not funny. It's not entertaining. But it's fascinating that's what people really like. Unfortunately, that's why the allegation stuff became such big content. Because people want to be pissed more than they want to laugh. I think, you know, which sucks. So he did this whole thing. Verse calls me. He says, you know, Boogie really did a good job on this. I watch it. I say, yeah, he really did. It's very funny. It kind of makes... And by the way, I didn't tell Mudahar this, but I did tell Coffeezilla this. It kind of makes, you know, Muda and what's your name called look very pro-clutchy. You know, he might be wrong, but, you know, maybe we're making a bigger deal of this than it needs to be. And one of the reasons it's a big deal is because he keeps saying stupid shit. He throws more wood on the fire. So I listened to it. And I was like, wow, this is really good. So the rapture's coming. I talked to Boogie and I said, look, you're probably in a lot of trouble. You got Medicare, you got Mudahar, you got Coffeezilla. These are not the guys. This is like disastrous. I go, what I would do for you, because it's very lighthearted, I would post the Dick Masterson interview, right? Because the other thing, it wasn't that obnoxious either. It wasn't like he was on lolcow, where it's like, well, if you believed it, you know, type attitude. You know, it was more like maybe we're overreacting to it. You know, yeah, it's probably a scam, but we're overreacting. Boogie agrees with me. Verse cuts the clip. I get to him. He totally agrees with me. And I said, here's what you're going to do. Post this clip, say this your reply, and write it out. Just don't stay off the internet. You know, Tommy, that's a good idea. I think I got this. Here's the clip. Thank you. All right. Do not engage under any circumstances. Like, oh, don't worry about it. I got to go up to Keams anyway, so I'll be busy as it is. This is.
How you doing there, buddy?
I get a call from him at like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Do you have a clip?
I'm at my mother-in-law's house, so I can't pick up the phone. No, you guys don't understand. Boogie scam is just a massive heavy call from. Yeah. And I basically said, like, if you want to save some PR, this is what to do. but you're gonna have to still take some bumps. See, Boogie doesn't think he thinks he's sort of entitled not to take any shit after he fucks up. But I think this would be a good road back to redemption because these guys will exhaust themselves, making you out to be the next, Jeffrey Dahmer or whatever it is. They will. And the internet will get exhausted too. Because you're fucking Boogie. He goes in, he fucking mentions Medicare, he goes at it with Mudahar, he does all this stuff. Just prior to all this happening, I get a call from him. I couldn't pick it up. Right? I was like, look, I'm a mother-in-law, I can't talk. I was watching Copa America. 2 or 3 in the morning. And he does everything I told him not to do. Everything. And doesn't do the one thing that we both agreed on.
That's Boogie.
And I thought that was the best way to kind of deal with the power thing. And also, not like you're not taking accountability. Just make it, all right, I might be guilty, but the reaction's over the top. And in a funny way, it's sort of a Dick Masterson veto funny way. Now, I think that ship has sailed. And I told Coffeezilla this. I told him this is what I told him to do. And then he decided to talk to you. I told him, I told him not to talk to you for his own, because I'm talking to him as because at the same time, Wings is, Boogie's having the meltdown. Wings completely shuts it out. He's like, I don't like what's being posted on Reddit. Somebody's got to edit Reddit. I'm writing fucking Boogie. Calm down. Just turn it off. I'm here with my wife and kid right now. I'm enjoying my weekend. You know why? Because I'm not reading Reddit. Oh, you're right. Oh my God. And then the other guy and him arguing with Mudahar and fucking Key making fun of him all at the same time. And Wings is not even paying attention to the posts in between him. I'm on Reddit. What about Reddit? Reddit. Why did you take that guy? Keep that guy called me a pedophile. We gotta give me the Reddit mod. No, save it. It's madness. Fucking madness.
It's like a daycare with 2 petulant kids just screaming.
I can talk about this. Coffeezilla said, "How can I deal with them?" And I said, "Well, first of all, I've been arrested before, and I've been around real weird people. I've always kind of been attracted to weird fucking people. And I went to that crazy school when I was a kid when I got in trouble. I was in the Army, so yeah, it's easier for me to deal with weird people. That's the thing. That's why I think kind of he's a good person that grew up in a good family that did well in school, where I'm not, and I grew up with the kind of the dirt and the muck, and I know how to wade through it. You could tell Coffee was just fucking exhausted. Poor guy. And I don't think he was particularly happy with me when I told him. I was like, well, I told, Boogie, because from my perspective, what I think he should do. And he didn't look too happy about it. I don't know if he's got a lot going on, especially with the Logan Paul stuff. That's too funny. So that's what happened behind the scenes.
Hey, did you I saw it, I was looking at the Boogie part. I didn't know if you actually saw this tweet. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Did you see the one I just sent you? The one where Boogie explained 3 years ago he knows exactly what a crypto scam is, and explained exactly verbatim what he did. Is that I mean, he's cooked, right? There's literally no way to walk out of that one.
Well, it was my way, but he didn't listen.
You've got the guy in plain English saying this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Only go for good coins. How could he possibly try to lie through that now?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. He's an idiot, and if he did it the way I told you the way I want him to do it, right?
Can I say what you told me, or is that too much?
Yeah, I think I've come out with it.
So Tommy calls me, and he goes, all right, I sat there for fucking hours.
No, it wasn't
walking Boogie through exactly what to
That's
do.
not true. I didn't say that.
And I took him point for point for point. Yeah, you told him what to do, and he ignored everything you said. Everything. Then he went on Dick Masterson. He did a fantastic job. He did the exact opposite of what you said in that process, right? But it started to make him look good.
Yes.
Right?
No, I think you have a timeline thing. He went on Dick Masterson. I found out about it through Verst. And then I told him, here's what you should do, and here's what you shouldn't do. And then he didn't do. He didn't do any of that stuff. I told him not to do, and he didn't.
But it went well.
Yeah. But the Dick Masterson said, you got to do more of the Dick Masterson, but you have to talk less. So take the clip, post the clip.
Yes.
And that's it. And then you're gonna have to.
My point is today he blamed Dick Masterson and stabbed Dick Masterson in the back.
And he said people.
And that was the only place he looked good. He stabbed that guy in the back.
Yeah, and here's the best part, right? He says, and I think that's directed for me, right? people that told me to double down. I didn't tell them to double down. I told them this cleans up your PR issue, and it kind of puts the pressure on Mudahar and Coffeezilla of being a little, I'm not that I don't respect or like those guys, being a little per clutchy. So that's what you want to do. Keep it funny. That's what people like. That's why you want Dispatchers in.
Yeah, but this
people
is like the newest example of why I hate this guy. Like I have like a burning hatred for this guy.
I can't talk
because
it's like,
I'm
not gonna argue with that.
Because he is just a bad fucking person. He's not a bad person because he scammed his fans. He scammed his fans because he's a loser. Okay,
yeah.
But he has to scam his fans and then try to play like a whimpering dog routine that he didn't know and I thought I was doing right. And then you get him in fucking plain English bullshitting, and he's like, Mudahar says that I should die. Yes! Yes!
Yes. No, but here's
Dude,
the thing.
I don't get it. Why would anyone pick Boogie? Let's say there's this beautiful coin that's coming out. It's a real coin. They really want to build a YouTube community around a crypto coin. Why would they pick a dead YouTuber? It's not just his channel, mind you. This guy's threatened to self-immolate like he's fucking freeing Palestine.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
This guy literally goes in fans' DMs talking about how he's gonna kill himself.
I talked to
okay, he's not gonna live long enough for this fucking rug pull to happen. He'll die while the coin has money.
I talked to Coffeezilla. He was absolutely exhausted. He had one of the fights that I had with Boogie, where he goes, yeah, I get it, yeah. And he does. I think that's what happened. That's my guess. That's what happened. He just I was talking to Boogie. He goes, we had a blowout of sorts, and he sounded exhausted. I was like, oh, I know what you meant. I know what happened. Yeah. Yeah. God. And he's like, I don't think he was telling the truth. He wasn't.
Dude, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
I always thought people were like,
people want us to kick him off the cast. I'm like, are you nuts?
Oh, no.
Are you crazy?
No.
Are you crazy? This is what you paid for. Now you can fucking, clutch your pearls and act all
You always wonder, though, when people expose, a wholesome YouTuber as being, a manipulative person.
It's great.
It's never this. This is, the fucking jackpot.
Boogie always takes the path of least resistance, and that's where the lie comes in. So if it's easier to lie, he'll do that. If he's easier to tell the truth or some...
you remember what he said about the guy who made the video on him, right?
Which one? What the one that sent the...
I heard that he beat cancer, and it's like... Why would he get his life back just to ruin mine? And honestly, that tells me everything that you need to know. Yeah.
He thinks, when you point that out, right? He thinks, he got you. When I told him the KYS, he's like, I got him. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't got anything. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. And he did that way. Tommy told me to kill myself. Told me to kill myself. No, you can't pull this... everything, because he thinks in that moment it'll work, and he thinks he's so much smarter than everyone else. It's so funny.
I sent a super chat to my boy Michael B, the Game Genie, last night from the Arcade 1-Up community.
Yeah,
and I told him, I go, did you see that Boogie filmed his scam video in front of all the Arcade 1-Ups that Arcade 1-Up sent to him? And he's like, but I didn't even say that they sent to him. He filled in, he goes, yeah, the ones that they sent him for free. Yes. Yeah. He goes, I was watching the Burger Time reviews. They sent one to Cool Toy. They sent one to Retro Ralph, and they sent one to Boogie. Yeah. And I was watching it because I wanted to know if I wanted to get one. Yeah. And Cool Toy did his review. It was great. Retro Ralph does what he always does. It was fantastic. And Boogie brought over a couple fat guys and wanted to do a hamburger mukbang instead of actually unbox and build the review. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
It's so funny. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't even mad at him when he did it. He called me during the night, but I couldn't answer the phone because of where I was. I don't know if he called I'm not doing it your way, or because last time I talked to him, everything was in DMs, and it wasn't ours, just to be clear. Everything was in DMs, but we had an understanding. It was simple. And he said, I agree with you. I think it's the best way to do it. And I was like, because you kind of make Muda and Coffee look a little pearl clutchy. If you fucking did something wrong, you'll get got. I mean, then you did. You did the crime. Do the crime. So frame it like they did. Because here's the thing: when he went on him, he didn't sound like he did when I pressured him on lolcow. If you lost your money, you're supposed to not listen to me. He sounded like somebody that I really thought that this was a bit, and I did the bit, and I think I did a pretty good job. And I think people are getting a little more upset than what maybe they are allowed to be upset, but. I think it's a little. I don't think the punishment fits the crime, and it sounded kind of normal. And then Boogie, fucking Vito's funny. Dick's funny, and when Boogie's in his element, he's good. He's done this for years, And it was really good. All he said, post that, said, here's my response. Now, that wouldn't have helped him against Mediger, because Mediger went in a totally different angle.
Never.
Right? And Mediger's 100% correct. But it would have helped against some of the Boogie and Coffeezilla. And I'm not saying he would have posted, he would have made them look bad, but it really is just like, okay, everybody calm down. That's what it would have done. I think it would really help. But listen, now I'm going to be framed. You watch when I do lolcow. He's going to say something to the effect of, thanks so much, Augie. Hi, Nick. Is that the real Augie? Maybe it is.
It's definitely him. Yeah, he's got the kid today. Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's taking care of Connor.
No, his son. Dude, I saw a post like, do you think Nick's lying that Augie has a kid? He goes, well, considering the fact that Nick said Augie had a kid, Nick said Augie got a new job, Nick said that Augie left the country, Nick said he died in Gaza. I'm assuming that some of these aren't true. Yeah. I
don't think it's funny. Everybody believes you, and then I don't believe Slasher, and I'm unreasonable.
Anytime I'm covering drama, bro, I'm like giving it my all. Anytime that I'm talking about my friends, I'm lying. Every single time. I'm selectively credible. All right, I got to dip.
Thanks a lot. It's a nice stream today.